Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late April, moving into early May 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Pisces collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for the beautiful Pisces collective? What do you got for us? What do you have for Pisces gang in late April, early May? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Pisces gang. What is happening in late April, early May? What's the vibe? What's the energy? There we go. Nice and quick. Okay. So this energy does have a little bit of temptation connected to it, right? We have this little Adam and Eve symbolism happening here. So it is not like the devil card within the tarot deck, but it's definitely sort of worth looking at a little further. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the April subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So, as you can see, we have this devil-like figure with the woman. We got the serpent, we got the apple, we got the fire. So there's a lot of potent symbolism here. Now, again, it doesn't mean there's fire and brimstone coming. To me, this is more an energy of temptation. So for a lot of Pisces in this time, if there's certain things that you've been refraining from, so whether it's like habits, behaviors, thought processes, even individuals, when I see this, there's like a certain temptation that shows up where it's like, hey, Pisces, do you want a bite of this apple? Do you want to do this? You should do that. It's definitely pleasure seeking as well. So there's something very interesting about this card. Now, again, it doesn't feel like the devil in the tarot deck where it's toxic this, toxic that. No. But there is this energy that's dangling a carrot, so to speak, whenever I see this card. So that's just something to be hyper aware of. There could be certain temptations that are laid out in front of you when this shows up right here in the front. Now, for some of you, if you're practicing restraint already, then maybe this is a good thing, right? But we're just going to put her down right there, and let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for Pisces gang. What do we got? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. So it was titled The Big Return, and to me, it didn't feel bad, but it just felt like either a cycle repeating or someone popping up or a situation where it's like I'm revisiting this. So again, that's something to watch out for over the coming days and weeks, like repeat loops of some sort, because it felt like the door was open for a variety of different things to pop back up. So we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards here for Pisces gang. What is going on? Wow, quick. Yeah, remember I was saying like the pleasure seeking? You know, we have like the 3 of Cups. I mean, that's a card that's having a good time, right? I can't fault it. I do like the 3 of Cups quite a bit, but it fits the theme with what I'm already seeing. And again, there's nothing wrong with having a good time and wanting to feel good and all that stuff. Let's get a couple more. Thank you. All right, 6 of Wands, very good. I mean, we're off to a pretty dang good start, my friends. Pretty good start. Let's get one more out here and we'll piece it all together. Okay. So we got the 8 of Cups here on the back end. Very interesting. Very, very interesting stuff. So yeah, we're going to have to piece all this together, because like there's some of this that I feel very neutral about. And then there's some of this where I'm like, is there more underneath the surface? But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, you know, I always love to look at the elements. I feel like that frames the reading. It shows us how comfortable we might be with the energy this week and how the energy flows. And this is a water predominant one, which is actually very good for a Pisces reading, with the 3 of Cups, 8 of Cups on the sides. Now, we do have fire in the center, which we'll keep an eye on. But when it comes to the water energy and element, that's the internal self. It's matters of the heart, matters of emotion, things that we care for. So I always say, whether it's a situation or an individual, it's something that we're emotionally invested in, it's something that we care about. The cups could also be artistic creativity. That's something we often see in Pisces readings, where a lot of people with Pisces placements like us, we need a little artistic outlet or some sort of outlet to move that etheric energy into. So that's a big thing. Even if it's just like creative problem solving, I think it's really good. The only downside to water is that it's always shifting, right? That's the thing with water energy. It's hard to pin down, and sometimes it can be overwhelming. In the center, we have the fire. So, totally different way this energy presents. Fire could represent action. So, whether it's the actions you take, the actions other people take, I think of energy levels, I think of vitality, I think of health and wellness. Fire is a lot of oomph, right? There's a lot of pizzazz under this energy. It's really trying to accomplish something. And the downside to fire is that sometimes it could be a little uncontrollable and a little unpredictable. There's a volatility and explosiveness to it. So let's go through and start building this out piece by piece. Position number one, we're starting off here with a really, really good card, in my opinion. We got the Three of Cups right here, and we see those people, they're there raising a toast, they're having a really good time. I usually say, yeah, this is a winner victory straight up. Like, there's really no confusing it. Now, I know people give this a reputation because sometimes it can represent weird, funky group dynamics and stuff like that. We're not even going to go down that road just yet. But yeah, to me, they're celebrating. They have a reason to celebrate, or it could just be an energy that's having fun. So whether it's advice from spirit saying like, "Hey, Pisces, do something that you enjoy," whether it's a hobby, whether it's going out in nature, whether it's this or that, you need to inject a little fun into day to day when I see this Three of Cups. And again, it could just be a winner victory. Great. Now, the reason it gets that third party label is because all threes represent circle of people, right? Not one, not two, but we're talking groups. So whether it's like coworkers, whether it's family members, friends, or circle of influence, this card could be showing us someone around us or something we need to notice about that energy. The big downside to the Three of Cups is that this could be an energy that's prone to overindulge. Nothing wrong with having fun, but sometimes the Three of Cups can have a little too much fun, or it could push that envelope. So again, watch out for temptation. Watch out for having a little too much fun, right? Like all in moderation, my good friends. Now moving into the middle, we have another beautiful, spectacular type of card. We got the Six of Wands, beautiful. I always say this is complete and total victory to me. We see this person, they're marching in a parade, they got the laurels over their head, getting a lot of attention. This is beautiful. So, again, something could go your way. This is a card of recognition, gaining recognition for the things you do. It's a card of appreciation. It's also a card of attention and limelight. So, if there's anything you're wanting to get noticed for, or there's anything you're wanting recognition for, this is what we want to see, right? It's a beautiful type of card. Now, it could also represent having eyes on you, right? Because this is a type of card that gets a lot of attention. So in this time, yeah, maybe someone's watching your moves. Maybe there's certain things that are on your radar. That's very possible. This is one of my cards that I link similar to like the Page of Swords in that way. The downside to all this total victory and attention is that sometimes the Six of Wands can represent ego. Someone that, there's a difference between confidence and ego, right? And this card definitely walks that line sometimes, right? But we'll see when we clarify. Great start. Now, moving to the back end, this energy perplexes me a little bit. We have the Eight of Cups. And I know in the classical sense, people say, like, oh, yeah, that's an energy that's walking away from something. Sure, that could absolutely be it. But to me, it's more neutral. I just see this as an action card. Notice it's nighttime, there's the moon in the sky. This person is going off into the unknown. And I always say they're not just walking away from the Eight of Cups, they're walking towards the Nine of Cups, which is a beautiful card. But yeah, we could just see this as neutral actions, whether it's an action you take, an action someone else takes. Um, it feels like we have all this beautiful, good energy, and this one's kind of like slipping out the back door. It's really very specific, right? Like you ever go to like a party and you just kind of like slip away or slip out, or there's like a gathering going on, and it's like, I'll see you later. It's like one of those. So we'll see what's up. Now, the worst case scenario with Eight of Cups, it can represent giving up on something. It could represent abandonment and stuff like that, but we're not going to hyper focus on that until we clarify. So I want to dive deeper on all this, Pisces. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Three of Cups. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Pisces, could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Three of Cups time. What do we got? How's that for? Beautiful. I mean, I just love this. I love it. So we have the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Big offer or opportunity. This could be like some really great or exciting news coming in. Pisces, this is really great. Now, I'm not sure what every single Pisces is watching this for. So whether it is work related, whether it is personal relationships, friends and family and this and that. When I see the Three of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles, that's either like some really good or exciting news coming in, a talk that I really want to have, that I'm happy we had this conversation. That's how this feels. Or it's just a beautiful offer opportunity coming in. There's like, it's very simple but very powerful. That's how this energy feels, and I think it's great. Now, aces, the only downside to aces, they're like such a fresh, newish type of energy that they're never a guarantee, right? It's like you kind of have to reach out and grab that Ace of Pentacles if you want it. But I just think it's great. It's energy coming towards you. And I know I felt this like weeks ago where it's like, oh, I feel like an energy vortex where it's like I'm pulling this to me and I'm pulling that to me and then this energy is coming. It's like I'm naturally pulling energy to me. So if you've been manifesting, it's probably working. But I think this is great. Either this is like really exciting news or a massive offer of some kind. I just think it's great because I feel very happy about it. And I don't even think we need to overcomplicate it, honestly. The only thing I would watch out for if you're one of those Pisces that really values your quiet time, that really values your alone time, I'd watch out because this energy has a lot of magnetism where it's like this thing's materializing and this thing and that thing and that. It's like a lot of stuff popping up. So we're going to go in on the Six of Wands. Yeah, your phone might be blowing up more so than usual when I see that. So let's see what the Six of Wands has. So yeah, I really want to get to that Eight of Cups now because we have such a good energy up front here. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it feels good. So we have the Five of Cups in reverse. The River of Tears shows up in reverse underneath the Six of Wands. This could be very important about mindset. And I saw something very similar in the Sagittarius reading, that our perspective of things and situations is extremely hyper important. Um, and how you view it, the perspective at which you view it through, is like everything. Now, the Five of Cups in reverse underneath the Six of Wands, it's like, yeah, I'm shaking that off. I'm not feeling rough. So, again, if you're one of the Pisces that's been going through a bit of a tough one or a bit of a tough time, this is good forward progress. It really is. If this Five of Cups was in the upright, I'd be a little more concerned because then it could look like someone that's just masking or faking the funk, acting like everything's fine when it's not. I mean, maybe there's a little bit of that happening here. But the main thing to me, it's like there's just something about keeping your perspective as optimistic as possible. And again, I know that's easier said than done. All right. I could speak until the cows come home saying, like, oh, yeah, just try to see the silver lining, try to be positive. But like when you're in the midst of something that's not going great, it's hard to stay positive, right? But there is something here about really trying your best, or someone trying their best to keep that positive, optimistic mindset, which I think is really great. So again, we got double wins, we got double victories here, we got great energy coming in, and there is also something here about attention as well, where it's like just seeing this person soothes me or makes me feel better. We're gonna go in on the Eight of Cups because again, that's the thing that was feeling peculiar to me. Like it felt like someone just slipping away or slipping out. Like, yeah, I'll see you around. But let's see what's up with the Eight of Cups, then we'll do our recap before we get into the shadow. So what's going on with that Eight of Cups, please? What's this action? Where's the energy going? Quick. Beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, Pisces, this is one of those readings where it's like really difficult to pick it apart. And I don't like to inject negativity when there is none. Right now, I will say this: Eight of Cups with the stars. Sometimes that is an energy that thinks, the best is yet to come, and that's a good thing, especially when we're talking about like the perspective and how you view things and trying to keep that silver lining intact. I think it's hyper important in this time to try to see the silver lining with any situation and to hold out hope in the future and that things are going to go the right way. Worst case scenario, when I see the Eight of Cups with the star, this could be someone that thinks the grass is greener on the other side, where it's like, okay, well, I don't like this grass. I'm going to go across the fence and play in that grass because that looks better. But then they get there and it's not. It's very, very specific. So again, watch out for that. Grass is always greener syndrome, because there could be a little bit of that going on where like something might look very appealing, very tempting, like we saw in the very beginning. Um, Caution. There's just a cautionary approach here. Like if you feel like you have to force it, don't. But the star is a wish fulfillment card. You know, it's everything. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's great long term energy. So when I see it with Eight of Cups, it's onward and upward. So I'm seeing a beautiful amount of energetic potential here for the Pisces Collective this week, or the Cross Watchers. Now, another thing about the star, to me, it represents long periods of time. So even if you're going through something difficult right now, when I see the star, especially under the Eight of Cups, it is that best is yet to come. Where it's like, no, there's still something here. It's a little bit down the road. You just got to get there. So I think it's great. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow. A lot of really good stuff here this week, Pisces. But if you kind of look in the box, position number one, we got the Three of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Cool. Very social, a lot of energy vortexes, like here they come, people popping up, and a lot of texts and phone calls. So if you're feeling very private, just watch out for that type of energy. But to me, it feels like a win, victory, offer, or just something big, exciting. And it feels great. I'm happy about it, actually. Moving to the middle, we have the Six of Wands with the Five of Cups in reverse. Victorious vibe. So again, we got double wins. And remember, this is just an energetic weather report. Doesn't mean that you're all going to have life-changing shifts, but some of you very well could with this energy where there's a lot of things that could really turn in your favor. I love this. The only downside is maybe it is somebody masking, but I also think perspective is very important, trying to keep an optimistic, positive mindset. Even when we get to the back end, the Eight of Cups with the star in the upright, the best is yet to come. The only downside there is watch out for the grass is always greener on the other side type of syndrome, or unless you're dealing with somebody like that. But overall, the energy looks fantastic and claimable this week, my friend. So it looks like it's going to be a good week. Please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for Pisces, gang. What do we got? And yes, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going here. What do we got for Pisces? Thank you. Cool. Three of Pentacles. Nice. Okay. So yeah, notice we had the Three of Cups with an Ace of Pentacle. Now even in the shadows, we have the Three of Pentacles. Really good stuff. Now the Three of Pentacles is one of the cards that I link to like work, projects that we're working on, business related endeavors. It could also represent assistance. So that's what we'll talk about with the shadow side of this. In the good aspect, this is very good for social things and social aspects, just like we have here in the front. So again, I am picking up a popularity spike for a lot of Pisceans out there. But when I see the Three of Pentacles, it can represent either needing or giving assistance. So in this time, if you're going through something difficult and you need a hand, you need a little help, don't be afraid to ask for it, right? There might be more help available to you than you think. But I also wouldn't be surprised if somebody asks you for assistance too. That could be very possible. The only big shadow side to this card is that it can represent a person that's really difficult to work with, which is odd since we saw such a beautiful, easy, smooth flowing energy. So watch out for any individuals where it's like they're just really hard to handle or hard to manage or speak to. There's just something about it where it's like forcing me. So we're just going to leave it at that, Pisces. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the April subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation or you'd like to have a chat with me, you can book a personal session with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the April subscriber surprise, we're doing a nice winner's choice once again. At the end of the month, I will choose 3 lucky subscribers to either win their choice of the Gilded Tarot Royale or one of the custom-made crystal pendants from my website, mastermetaphysics.com. So winner's choice. And if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, you can let me know down in the comments, how much do you know about the meanings of tarot cards? Are you an expert reader? Are you a beginner, intermediate? Do you know a lot? Do you know a little? You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my posts tab. YouTube changed it. And yeah, that's where it'll be, my friends. Much love, and I'll talk to you soon.